this is your girl Candy Glam, and I'm back with another video. And today I'm going to be giving you an update on my LPN program and just let you guys know where I'm at, what I'm liking, disliking, and what do I find to be challenging so far. So if you're looking to see more about that, stay tuned. Alright guys, so I did make it through my last semester, which was my last fundamental class. And one of the things I would say was challenging for my fundamentals class is that we did have a proctor. And for those of you who don't know what a proctor is, it's sorry if you hear that, but a proctor is it's a test where you are watched. You cannot cheat. They are watching like a hawk. Ours is kind of lenient, but a proctor test is basically testing you on your knowledge of the entire fundamental program, a fundamental segment of the LPN program. You do have 3 fundamental classes, and you're testing on all of that, almost like a mini NCLEX is what it felt like to me. You get 70 questions, although only 60 of them count, as far as what I remember. And then there's below level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 3 being the best, below level 1 is horrible. And that will test you on your knowledge. Now this is 10% of your class. So if you don't pass it and you're already at a low grade, you can fail it. Also in this semester, last semester, we did have a dosage and calculation proctor. It was like but that one actually meant if you didn't pass the first one, you get 2 tries. So if you didn't pass the first dosage, you get one more try to pass the dosage proctor. And if you didn't pass the proctor dosage and calculation test, the second one, you actually fail the entire semester. So it didn't matter if you got an A in the class, it didn't matter if you had a B in the class and then you failed the dosage calculation, you still failed the entire semester. So that was very kind of overwhelming. But I passed that on the first go round. It's not as hard as I thought it was going to be, but dosage is sometimes tricky because dosage is going to be a part of your program throughout the entire program. It's not just a dosage class, it's not just pharmacology class. You're using it on every single test because they're testing you on it, because as you get closer to the NCLEX, it's getting harder and harder. So they want to know your knowledge. They want to know if you know peds. They want to know if you know how to calculate, you know, when you get in cardiac, you know, do you know how to do all that? Anyway, because I'm rambling. That was challenging, but I did pass both. I will tell you that I did horrible on the first ATI fundamentals proctor. One, I hate to throw anybody under the bus, so if you're watching, sorry, but our professors did not prepare us for it. They did not and first of all, ATI, they've been giving us trouble. And if you don't know what ATI is, let me see if I have a book. ATI is kind of what most nurses know to be Saunders, but now they have ATI. So I'm not sure. I'm sorry if you can't see it. I'm not sure. Every time I talk to my best friend, who's a now nurse practitioner, she doesn't seem to remember ATI, and she remembers Saunders. So I'm not sure if it's like a co-ed to Saunders, but whatever. I just know I did horrible, and I really wanted to cry because I really am hard on myself about this program because I really want it so bad. So I almost literally cried. And then on the second one, I did a little bit better, but I still was not happy with my score. Anyway, I had an A in the class, so that 10% only brought me down a couple points. I think I ended up getting like a 70 or something, which is horrible, y'all, because you're supposed to have an 80 above. So I was really, and that's why I go hard now. So anyway, if you want to know more information on that, I can do a whole video on just that. A lot of you want to know, how do I study? Any questions you may have down below, please ask me down below, because that will let me know what videos to gear towards next, because I can go all around the place, because I feel like I don't want to give you a long video. I just want to go straight to the point. So now I am in a new semester. I am actually probably right now at my midterms of the next semester, but it's Christmas break, so it's a little off because we get 2 weeks off. Anyway, I am now in med-surg, and our first med-surg class is mental health. So now I am in the mental health clinicals, which so far I'm disappointed because we have not been able to actually get in and do actual clinical work because they have been BSing on giving our instructors the keys during the weekend. Oh, and let me add in there, my clinicals this semester is on a Sunday. Okay? A Sunday. So I'm just going to let you know. So this is a new book that they gave us for this semester, which is actually not for this semester. It's for next semester. So I'm praying to God that I pass this one in order to even crack this book open. But this is the Med-Surg Nursing Concepts and Practice, and this is for next semester. This semester, again, is just mental health. And we only have one go-round of mental health. There's only one rotation of mental health, so you better learn all that you can learn in this 5 weeks of mental health, because as far as what I hear, there's a lot of mental health questions on the NCLEX, which is, if you think about it, I don't graduate until August. It is now December. So I might take my NCLEX in September or October of next year, 2020. So I really need to listen in mental health in order to actually apply it to my NCLEX. This NCLEX is almost a year away. So I will constantly be reading over the mental health books just to keep my mind in gear of things. So I'm going to let you guys know what books is important as you get further along in the program, because you do end up having to go back and refresh your mind on things you've learned. I have found that I've had to go back in the fundamentals book just to refresh my mind and make sure I don't forget things. So I will say also pharmacology, you guys. You do want to refresh. You always want to be on top of it. It's at least for nursing school. Now, I always hear when you graduate, you don't really use pharmacology like that. But as far as in nursing school and in the NCLEX, you want to keep your mind up to date on pharmacology, because the questions that they ask you on most, like for example, I'm in mental health. So knowing the adverse effects, knowing the trade name versus the generic name, and knowing what they interact with and don't interact with. For lithium, for example, is a mood, what am I trying to say? It is a mood swayer. It relaxes the mood or something like that. So you want to go and make sure what is interacting with lithium. What adverse effects? A lot of questions is adverse effects. This person is on this drug and da-da-da-da. What can you expect to see from this person who has bipolar disorder? What meds will they be on? Or this patient was admitted to the hospital and has schizophrenia. What can you expect medication they will give? Or also knowing the restraints. When to restrain a patient, when not to restrain a patient. What are the patient's rights? Do their rights ever get taken away? I mean, it's just so much as a nurse that you have to like really think, and you really use your critical thinking skills. And I don't know how I'm going to get over this. I pray about it all the time, but I second guess myself so badly that on my first mental health test, I scored so bad. Now, I don't want to say so bad, but badly, because half of the freaking answers I erased. And when I went back and looked, the answers that I erased was the correct answer. So I'm so bad at second guessing myself. And so I'm having to really just relax and just think things through and just don't erase. Whatever it is, and then you learn from it later. Because on my second test, I actually got an A on it. So I was like, okay, I need to really like relax. So what book I find is most important is this book that I showed you, I think in the last video or the video before. This book is kind of like your Holy Grail Bible to your NCLEX. And I kind of did not know that until too late. So in here, there's like 50,000 sections in here per what you're going over. For example, I think mental health is, let me see. Yeah, mental health is purple. So tonight, when I'm done doing this, I'm actually going to read this entire section for mental health, because this gives you key information that will be on your NCLEX and key information that will be on my mental health proctor that I have on January 14th. Again, you guys, proctors are almost like a baby NCLEX. They want to test you on your knowledge. How well do you think you'll do on the NCLEX? How well do you know the information? This is something you do not want to mess up on, because you'll have proctors from now on each subject. So this is like my holy grail. And I don't have the mental health book with me as far as the ATI one, but I'll just use this one for an example. This is the ATI fundamentals book. And then let me use this one. I'm sorry. This is the ATI. This is the ATI fundamentals book. That was the pharmacology book. This is the ATI fundamentals book. You want to go over this as well as go over the fundamental section in this NCLEX book, because they coincide with one another, and they literally, they link up. They're like linking in here. And another book that's been helping me is, I'm going back to my dosage book. Again, you guys, I'm in an accelerated program, so you're learning this information in 5 weeks, whereas normal people who are going to nursing school is learning it and having a time to learn it in 12 weeks. So we're cramming this information in. So you want to constantly be feeding your brain every second you can get with revamping your mind and just soaking it in like a sponge. You never want to let go. This is something, you know how they say, if you want to learn a language, the best way not to lose it is to use it. Well, you want to constantly be using this information and constantly be feeding your brain. You want to eat, sleep, and drink this information, okay? I mean, I'm dreaming about it, no lie. It's kind of getting annoying. But I just wanted to come and update you guys, because a lot of you are in my DMs asking questions, and I love it. Thank you so much. And a lot of you are wanting advice. It's all worth it. Again, if you have any questions, just comment down below. I'm doing good so far. I do have 3 more weeks in this class. So I'm actually in these 2 weeks, although I have 2 weeks off, I'm going to be in the books. I'm going to be doing all my homework assignments. I'm going to be studying every night. I'm going to be feeding my brain a little bit, at least an hour to 2 hours a day on my break, because this is no joke. Once we get back from Christmas break, it is hitting the ground running, literally. And I do not want to be one of the ones left behind. I don't want anyone in my class to be left behind. It's not a good feeling. Thanks for watching my channel. Bye.